Everybody, Marie Anderson, Nurse Wellness Facilitator here. And as you know, my saying is follow the breadcrumbs. And what that really means is connecting with and following your divine guiding force. That inner knowing, that inner GPS that helps you on your journey to holistic wholeness for body, mind, and spirit. I always like to share with you guys, stories of my own personal journey in hopes that they inspire you and help you on your journey. With this time of social distancing, I thought it would be a great idea to do a virtual book club on some of the books that have really inspired me and helped me on my journey. So I thought I would come on here and start a book club with you guys. I'd love to have you guys pick up the book if you could. And if not, I'm going to be reading from this particular book every day and sharing my thoughts. And I would love to hear your thoughts about this book. I'd love to hear your stories of how this is maybe inspiring you and helping you on your journey to wholeness for body, mind, and spirit. So one of the books that I've been enjoying a lot is called Simple Abundance, and it's called A Daybook of Comfort and Joy by Sarah Ban Breathnach. And the funny part about this book was it was a breadcrumb book. I was actually sitting in a waiting room and waiting to be seen, and I just got this sense of go to the bookshelf. There was a bookshelf in the lobby, and it was like free books for people to take. And I went over to the bookshelf, and all these books were like about babies and about finances, and I'm like, ain't nothing here for me. But I still kept getting that breadcrumb, that guiding force to say, no, there's a book here for you. So I'm looking intently at this bookshelf, and there was one book there that was turned around. And lo and behold, it was this book. And I open up the book, and in the first few moments of reading this book, I'm like, okay, yep, I get it. Yep, this is a book that I definitely need to read. And so, like I said, it's Simple Abundance, A Daybook of Comfort and Joy by Sarah Ban Breathnach. And this is what it looks like, if you can see. I'll just read the back right here for you. And it says, with the grace of Anne Moreau Lindenberg's gift from the sea, and the wisdom of M. Scott Peck's The Road Less Traveled, Simple Abundance is a book of 366 evocative essays, one for every day of your year, written for women who wish to live by their own light. In the past, a woman's spirituality has been separated from her lifestyle. Simple Abundance shows you how your life can be an expression of your authentic self. As you choose the tastiest vegetables from your garden, or search for treasures at a flea market, establish a sacred space in your home for meditation, and follow the rhythm of the seasons and the year. Here, for the first time, the mystical alchemy of style and spirit is celebrated. Every day, your own true path leads you to happier, more fulfilling, and contented ways of life, the state of grace known as simple abundance. Embrace its gentle lessons, savor its sublime common sense, dare to live its passionate truth, and share its extraordinary and exhilarating gift. With every woman you encounter, the authentic self is the soul made visible. So I've really been enjoying this book. So my goal is to talk to you guys about it. Let's share. Let's, especially in this time of social distancing, we definitely have a great opportunity. I know that being socially distanced from so many of your friends and family can be really isolating. But this also, if you look at it as a sense of we're really being given a gift where we're given the time that we always so desperately needed in our lives to take this journey now. You have nothing but time to take the journey that you've been really wanting to take, to do that deep dive, that soul journey. So this is an opportunity. And again, this is just one of the books that have been helping me on my journey. So I'd really love to share it with you and have conversations with you about it. So this book is set up so it's almost kind of like a daily devotional where you would just read from each day. Mind you, if you get the book in the middle of March, you can start on January 1st entry. It's not going to be a big deal. So For now, I will start with the foreword and we'll read up to January 1. So it says, often people attempt to live their lives backwards. They try to have more things or more money in order to do more of what they want so that they will be happier. The way it actually works is the reverse. You must first be who you really are, and then do what you need to do in order to have what you really want. And that was written by Margaret Young. Several years ago, I had written 2 books celebrating 19th century domestic life. I was about to begin writing one on Victorian decorative details, but the thought of ruminating on ruffles and flourishes for a year brought dread to my heart. What I wanted to write was a book that would show me how to reconcile my deepest spiritual, authentic, and creative longings with often overwhelming and conflicting commitments to my husband and daughter, my invalid mother, work at home, work in the world, siblings, friends, and community. I knew I wasn't the only woman hurtling through life as if it were an out-of-body experience. I knew I wasn't the only woman frazzled, depressed, worn to a raveling. But I also knew I certainly wasn't the woman with answers. I didn't even know the questions. I wanted so much money, success, recognition, genuine creative expression, but had absolutely no clue as to what I truly needed. At times, my passionate hungers were so ferocious I could deal with them only through denial. I was a workaholic, a careaholic, a perfectionist. I couldn't remember the last time I was kind to myself. Was I ever? More often than it feels comfortable to admit, I was angry, envious woman, constantly comparing myself to others only to become resentful because of what seemed to be missing from my life. Although I couldn't have told you what it was, this secret sense of longing contributed to a perpetual state of guilt because I share my life with a marvelous man and our smart, sweet, witty, beautiful child whom I adore. I had so much. I felt as if I didn't have the right to want more. Money was an enormous emotionally charged issue that controlled my ability to be happy because I let it. Money was the only way I could measure my success and self-worth. If I couldn't write a check on my accomplishments, they didn't exist for me. Frustrated and unable to fathom why some women appeared to lead so much more fulfilling lives, even though I was conscientiously connecting all the dots, I careened between feeling that I was frittering my life away to feeling that I was sacrificing it all on the altar of my own ambitions. I was a woman in desperate need of simple abundance. But before this book could be written, I had to take stock of what was working in my life and what wasn't. Perhaps for the first time, I had to be ruthlessly honest, both inwardly and outwardly. During this time of profound introspection, 6 practical, creative, and spiritual principles, gratitude, simplicity, order, harmony, beauty, and joy, became the catalyst that helped me define a life of my own. One morning I awoke to the realization that, almost imperceptibly, I had become a happy woman, experiencing more moments of contentment than distress, feeling confident again. I propose writing a downshifting lifestyle book for women who want, as I do, to live by their own light. But the book you're reading now bears absolutely no resemblance to the book I began, or the book my editor expected. When I wrote for 2 years, Simple Abundance underwent an extraordinary metamorphosis, and as did I. On the page every morning, spirituality, authenticity, and creativity converged into an intimate search for wholeness. I began writing about eliminating clutter and ended up on a safari of a self-help and spirit. No one is more astonished by that than I am. A simple abundance evolved from creating a manageable lifestyle into living in a state of grace. I began to barely recognize the woman I once was. Simple abundance has enabled me to encounter everyday epiphanies, find the sacred in the ordinary, the mystical in the mundane, fully enter into the sacrament of the present moment. I've made the unexpected but thrilling discovery that everything in my life is significant enough to be a continuous source of reflection, revelation, and reconnection. Bad hair, mood swings, carpools, excruciating deadlines, overdrawn bank accounts, dirty floors, grocery shopping, exhaustion, illness, nothing to wear, unexpected company, even the final 25 pounds. Simple abundance has reminded me what to do with a few loaves and fishes, and has shown me how to spin straw into gold. Simple abundance has given me the transcendent awareness that an authentic life is the most personal form of worship. Every day, life has become my prayer. Writing Simple Abundance has brought me to the awareness that the reason I was so unhappy, frustrated, resentful, envious, and angry was because I wasn't living the real life for which I was created, an authentic life. But I try to now. At least I can now recognize boundaries. What's more, I'm gradually starting to set them. For a woman in the 1990s, this is nothing less than miraculous. I don't have millions of dollars in the bank, but I now realize that abundance and lack are parallel realities. Every day I make the choice of which one to inhabit. Now I understand that all my hours aren't billable. Finding a quiet center in which to create and sustain an authentic life has become as essential as breathing. I know all this because at the heart of Simple Abundance, journey is an exhilarating and earth-rumbling awakening, one that has utterly changed how I view myself in my daily round. The authentic self is the soul made visible. This book is organized as a walk through the year, beginning on New Year's Day. But if this book finds its way to you in April, don't think that you can't use it. I would suggest, however, that you go back to read the month of January, in which the 6 simple abundance principles and how they work are explained. February is devoted to excavating your authentic self. After that, each month ruminates on finding your authenticity in your daily round, the domestic arts, work, beauty, fashion, personal pursuits that bring contentment. Reading books changes lives. So does writing them. May Simple Abundance, through its gentle lessons of comfort and joy, help you find the authentic life that you were born to live. She wrote that in 1995. Even though it was in 1990s, still very relevant. So we're going to start with January, and it says, "And now let us welcome the year, full of things that have never been." Written by Rainier Maria Rilke. January, the month of new beginnings and cherished memories, beckons. Come, let winter weave her wondrous spell, cold, crisp, woolen muffler days, long dark evenings of savory suppers, lively conversations, or solitary joys. Outside the temperature drops as the snow falls softly. All of nature is at peace. We should be too. Draw hearthside. This is the month to dream, to look forward to the year ahead and the journey within. January 1. A transformative year of delight and discovery. There are years that ask questions and years that answer. Written by Zora Neale Hurston. New Year's Day. A fresh start. A new chapter in life waiting to be written. New questions to be asked, embraced, and loved. Answers to be discovered and then lived in this transformative year of delight and self-discovery. Today, carve out a quiet interlude for yourself in which you dream, pen in hand. Only dreams give birth to change. What are your hopes for the future as you reflect on the years that have passed? Gradually, as you become curator of your own contentment, You will learn to embrace the gentle yearning of your heart. But this year, instead of resolutions, write down your most private aspirations, those longings you have kept tucked away until the time seems right. Trust that now is the time. Ask the questions. The simple abundance path brings confidence that the answers will come and will discover, day by day, how to live them. Take a leap of faith and begin this wondrous year by believing. Believe in yourself and believe that there is a loving source, a sower of dreams, just waiting to be asked to help you make your dreams come true. So what have you guys done and what are your dreams for the year? I feel like making a resolution has this connotation of, you know, it may or may not happen, right? What do they say? Probably by the middle of January, your resolution has gone out the window. But by really cultivating what your dreams are, what is that passion? What is driving you? What are your private aspirations? For me, aspirations, I feel mean, that is your strong inner drive. That is your desire. What is it that is driving you, is burning a fire in your belly? Even if it's just an ember, sometimes we just get those pokes of things we want to do. And I feel like in this time of social distancing, we're really being given this really great gift to explore those things. I mean, what have you been doing during this social distancing things? What desires and aspirations have you rekindled? Or have you found that were surprising to you? I know for me, this has been a really transformative year, not just because of social distancing and the COVID virus, but moving to a new state and starting my life here in New York. So there's been a lot of challenges, and so this book really came at a great time. And kind of navigating like who I am and where I want to be now that I'm in this space in New York. What are my desires? What are my plans for the future? I know that I really want to help other people in a way to help guide them on their journey. And I'm not sure exactly how I want that to happen. Some thoughts have come to my mind. Obviously, I've always wanted to write a book, and I have wrote a lot during this time. My one friend said, "Is that book ready yet?" And she goes, "You're like that artist who the painting is just not right just yet, and you're going to work on this thing forever." So I've been playing with that and seeing where that's going to go. Sitting with that and thought about maybe a podcast. But for me personally, living here, I really started this virtual book club because of the isolation and not being able to connect with other people. Most of my friends and people that I connect with are on the other side of the country. So being able to have this opportunity to connect with other people and really discuss the things that inspire me and hopefully they inspire you. So let's start this conversation and share this journey together, this year of simple abundance, and see where it leads us. So I hope you will go out and get the book. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it, like I said, at thrift stores. You might be able to get it from your library or look for it as an audio book. It's such a beautiful book. She also has a couple other books. She has a companion journal for this particular book that you can write in. This isn't just a passive book. This is something that is, really going to inspire you to dig deep and really go on that soulful journey this year. And so I hope that you'll take that journey with me and share your thoughts and feelings. And I think it is going to be an amazing journey for all of us. So I will talk to you again soon. Bye.